Yesterday's video was an introduction to citing and citing books. Today we're going to talk about citing websites. So let's look at how we cite websites. If you remember from yesterday, I talked about a certain style we use. The formula we use is created by the Modern Language Association. So when a teacher asks you or someone asks you what style are you citing in, you would say MLA. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. There are other styles. MLA is the one most commonly used in English. This is the website formula for works cited or MLA citations. So notice that it's pretty similar. You have a last name, first name of the author, the title of the article or the web page, the title of the website, the publisher, date of creation, medium of publication, and then what's a little bit different is the date of access. The website formula for parenthetical and in-text citations is also very similar to that of a book. For paraphrases and summary, you use either the last name of the author or the title of the article web page. The reason we do this a little bit differently for websites is because websites sometimes do not have authors. So therefore, if they don't have an author, you simply use the title of the article or web page in your parentheses after your paraphrase or summary. For quotes, web pages don't have page numbers, so we use paragraph numbers. We use the last name or the title of the article web page and then a paragraph number for a quote. Okay, let's look at the parts of a website. So you just saw the formula you need for citing a website. So where do you find all of that information? Let's look. So the author is usually at the top or bottom of the article and or page. Sometimes you can also find the author in the About section. So either About Me or About the page will oftentimes give you information about the author. If there is no author, we simply leave that piece of the formula out. We sort of exit out. Okay, there is no abbreviation for a missing author like there's an abbreviation for a missing date. The title of the article or web page. What page are you viewing on the website now? So here's where you need to know the distinction between a website and a web page. A website is a complete site with multiple pages on it. And a web page is one page on that site, just like in a book. Okay, so in a book, the web pages would be like the chapters, and the website would be the book as a whole. The title of the website. So what website are you on? For example, Facebook. Okay, that's a website. If you're confused about what website you're on, all you have to do is look in the URL. The website will normally be in the URL right before the .com, .edu, .gov, all of that. So whatever comes before the dot usually will help you figure out what the website is. The publisher is all the way at the bottom of the page, usually in very fine print, and it's denoted by the copyright symbol. So you might see the copyright symbol, a date, and then a company name. The company name is the publisher. You do not include the date. It's usually a year or a span of years. You do not include that, only the company name. The date of creation is usually near the author. So what day was this published on this website, or what day was this written on this website, or you can even use like it was last updated on this date. Medium of publication. Because we are now on websites, our medium is the web. That is the format in which you are viewing the resource. So wherever it says medium of publication in the formula, you are going to write web. And the date of access. The date of access is the date you viewed the information. So if I logged on to Facebook on February 3rd, I would write 3 February 2016. That is the day I viewed that information. Okay, let's look at an actual website and look at where those things appear. Okay, so this is a website. You'll notice that this is a an article about William Shakespeare. All these things that you can click on here, these are all pages on this one website. Okay, so these are all web pages on a website. But we want to cite this article right here. So I see that the name of the article is William Shakespeare. Okay, so I have that piece. I'm going to scroll down to see if I have an author. Oh look, they even have a cite button. That's helpful. Okay, so I'm going to scroll. Trying not to make y'all dizzy. Okay, it does not appear that they have an author. So in my citation, I would just skip the author and go straight to the name of the web page or the article, which is William Shakespeare. Now, what website am I on? I'm on history. You can see the big logo here. I'm on the history website, but also notice it's here too, history.com. History tells me that that's the website I'm on. Okay, so what else do we need? We need a date of creation. Well, I didn't have an author, and while I was scrolling, I didn't see a date either. So I'm going to check one more time, but no date. Okay, so then I would write no date. Okay, so I was talking about the publisher information being all the way at the very bottom of the page. And I mean all the way, like all the way down here. See here? There's that little C, that copyright symbol. There's that year I was talking about. And then here's the important information. Okay, this is the company that copyrights this website. That's the publishing information that you want to use. So you would write A&E Television Networks, LLC. Notice I do not include the copyright symbol and I do not include the date. Okay, my medium of publication is web because I'm on a website. And then my date of access would be today, 4 February 2016, because I'm accessing the information today. Alright, so let's look at some examples. Here's your formula. Here's the information. So this is information for looks like a web newspaper article from the Atlantic. Okay, so I have all the information I need. Now I just need to plug it into the formula. So I would start with the author's last name, Ryan, comma, Julia, period. The title of the article or web page in quotations. So the name of the article is Study, Reading a Novel Changes Your Brain. So I would write that just like that, put a period at the end, put quotes around it. The title of the website. That article was found on the website The Atlantic. So I put The Atlantic and I italicize it, period. My publisher was the Atlantic Monthly Group, comma, it was published on January 9, 2014. So I write 9 January 2014. My medium of publication is web. And then the date of access is, so this is what that would look like. Okay. Oops, I didn't put my title of my website in italics. There we go. Notice that the second and third lines are indented because I had to run over. Notice also how the dates are reversed. So you put the day, the number of the day first, then the month, then the year. That is MLA format. Okay? Alright, let's do another one. So notice on this one that I'm missing the date it was created. So how do we do that? Well, it's the same that how we would do it in a book. We would use the abbreviation N.D. which stands for no date. Okay, so we have everything else besides the date. So this is what it would look like. Last name, comma, first name, Hank Aaron biography in quotation marks, Baseball Almanac italicized, Baseball Almanac Incorporated, comma, no date because I don't have a date that it was published, web, and I accessed it on 3 January 2001. Okay, last one I believe. So this one I didn't have a publisher or a date, so I do the same thing that I do with books, N.P. and N.D. Okay, so my author was Skylar D. Van Dyke. What are supernova in quotation marks is the title of my article. California Tech was the website. I don't have a publisher or a date, so I N.P. comma N.D. I accessed it on the web, and I accessed it on 4 March 2005. Okay, now using the examples given to you in your worksheet, use the website formula to create MLA citations.